like to introduce you to my law partner, Jay Manuel.
And this is Waylon Thompson.
We're personal injury lawyers.
We practice at the law firm of Manuel and Thompson. At Manuel and Thompson, we are a plaintiff's personal injury firm. That means that we don't represent insurance companies. We only represent people that have been injured by the negligence of another. And a large percentage of what we do is transportation related. It's automobile accidents, trucking accidents, motorcycle accidents, but also do things like construction accidents, basically anywhere where someone has been injured by the fault of another.
Most of the time when the clients come in to see us, they don't even know what their insurance coverages are. They don't know what benefits are available. You know, the typical insurance policy is going to have a paragraph that explains what the coverage is, and then there's going to be 37 pages of exemptions and exceptions as to what they're not going to get covered. So they always need that feedback from us in terms of what's covered, what's not covered, what benefits are you entitled to.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we see is that people just have no idea. You know, they're the victim of a terrible accident, and they really don't know where to turn. They get calls from insurance companies, but they don't really know who they should be willing to talk to, who they shouldn't be willing to talk to. You know, what do they need to do about getting treatment? Who's going to pay for it? We have this insurance system in Florida that is a no-fault automobile insurance system.
Basically, that provides that your insurance company will provide most of the initial benefits to you before the at-fault party, then their coverage will kick in. People don't understand that. They say, hey, I'm not at fault, so why is my insurance company paying? But that's the way the no-fault system is set up, because then it puts a barrier for somebody to be able to bring an injury claim for the injury, for the pain and suffering, that type of thing.
When a new potential client comes to see us, the first thing that we have to do is try to figure out whether or not they have a viable claim. Just because someone has been injured doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a claim. Around here, we always look for three basic elements every single time.
Yeah, and those are liability, or who's at fault, whether there's been damage and the significance of that. And then thirdly is the collectability. Is the responsible party, are they going to be able to pay for the damages they've caused?
You know, sometimes we'll see a situation where there's been very clear liability. You know, a drunk driver runs through a red light and causes a horrible crash. So the liability is clear, the damages are just awful perhaps, but then we look to the ability to pay, and maybe they didn't have enough insurance, or the person that was injured didn't have enough uninsured motorist coverage to be able to pay the claim.
And sometimes clients are reluctant to come in or call us, reluctant to call a lawyer, but it costs you nothing to consult with a lawyer. We'll sit down with you and talk about what your rights are and see whether or not your claim falls within those three elements and whether or not you have a case.
That's a good point. Most of the people that come to see us are not litigious people. I think the general perception is that everyone is looking to sue somebody, and the people that come to see us generally are reluctant, almost embarrassed, and they don't want to be. What's the thing that you hear them say most often?
I'm not the suing type.
Yeah,
we hear that all the time.
Over and over, yeah.
Although you may see a lot of television commercials of lawyers handling personal injury claims, are they all the same?
No. Here at our firm, we specialize in personal injury cases. We don't handle divorces or real estate or criminal law. We just try to do this one thing and do this one thing good, and we feel like we're uniquely qualified to do that.
Yes, both Jay and I are board-certified civil trial lawyers, which means that we have have special skill and proficiency in the area of law and highly ethical standards. It's peer-rated. Judges weigh in on our qualifications as well, and it's a very high honor that we both share.
Yeah, fewer than 1% of the lawyers in the state of Florida are board-certified civil trial lawyers and can say that they are truly specialists in what it is that we do. So it was very difficult to get. Not many lawyers get there. You have to try a lot of cases, meet the qualifications that Waylon talked about, and so we're proud of that fact. And the great thing about coming to see us is that there's no fee. Consultations are free. If we decide that you have a case and you decide that you'd like to have us represent you in the case, then we would charge a percentage of the funds that we collected for you. Some people wonder what types of cases personal injury lawyers handle, and it's really a broad variety. You want to name some of them, Waylon?
Yeah, we handle motorcycle accidents. With the popularity of motorcycles now, you see that a lot. With us living close to the water, you have the boating accidents, you have all types of automobile accidents, things along those lines.
Some premises liability if someone trips and falls, slips and falls, construction site accidents. Really a big variety.
Yeah, we handle nursing home cases as well, where the elderly patient has been abused or neglected. We handle defective product cases, maybe a tire blowout, things like that.
So if someone has a question, I guess the thing to do would be to contact us, and then we can figure out whether or not it's something that we can help them with.